All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Ruach
Rakak Wadash.
Kwadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right. And this is the brother Kaabia.
This is the brother Daniela.
All right. And two brothers from the GMS Houston camp. All right. In this lesson, we just wanted to go over, suffering for righteousness' sake and not wickedness' sake, man. All right. There is no reward for suffering for wickedness' sake, man. All right. Doing wrong wickedly and then suffering for it, man. There's no honor in that. All right. But there is honor in suffering for righteousness' sake, man. All right. Suffering for the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Suffering for doing right. All right. That's what's pleasing in the sight of the Heavenly Father. That's what ultimately gives you glory, man. All right.
Con, I just want to add, the whole world's going to go through that hour of temptation, being tasked with the choice of taking the MOTB or standing on what you believe in, suffering for righteousness' sake, suffering for the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, or you're going to sell in and fold to Esau and let Esau be a master and put that sea hip in you.
Right.
But that's what the 2/3 are going to do. They're going to be suffering for wickedness, man.
Right.
Hey, it's better to suffer for righteousness' sake. Because, like the brother said, as the precepts, we're going to get us a reward behind suffering for righteousness. Suffering for wickedness is all in vain,
It's in vain. You're not doing it for anything. It's no reward. All right?
Okay, if you're ready to get to these precepts, let's get it.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is 1 Peter 4 in the NLT, 1 Peter 4 and 13. Instead, be very glad, for these trials make you partners with Mashiach in his suffering.
Right. These trials, what are the trials and tribulations? All right? The sufferings. All right, they make you partners with Yahushai. Okay, so you go through these trials and tribulations. Hey, you're a friend of Yahushai. All right, doing it in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, doing the right thing. All right, and the scriptures speak about how the servant is not greater than his master. Okay, so us being the servants of Yahushai. All right, we should Slakia, us being the servants of Yahushai, all right, we have to go through the same sufferings as Yahushai did. Well, not the exact same, but we're gonna be suffering, all right.
So like I don't know if you made that point, but did you make what it says make you partners with Yahushai? We're going to be made partners. You did.
Make that point.
No. We're going to be made partners with Yahushai. Join heirs, as it says in Romans 8 and 16.
Join heirs.
I mean, that's part of the reward we're going to get for suffering. But continuing on, well, I'll start from the top again. 1 Peter 4 and 13, NLT. Instead, be very glad, for these trials make you partners with Mashiach in his suffering, so that you will have the wonderful joy of seeing his glory when it is revealed to all the world.
God. Hey, when the kingdom of heaven is established, man. When Yahushua come back, or deliver the elect, man, we're gonna have the new bodies, all right, those that suffer for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
God, it's gonna take suffering for us to be happy to see his glory.
Right.
2/3 they're not gonna be, in a joyful mood, because they're gonna meet Yahweh. When Yahweh come back, it's not gonna be pretty for them, They're gonna meet a laser beam,
Because what did they have been doing the whole time? Suffering for wickedness' sake, man. They were doing wicked things, man. It's like I don't know.
You good. Let's keep going. Verse 14, I believe. Yeah. Verse 14, so be happy when you are insulted for being a Christian, for then the glorious spirit of the Most High rests upon you.
Right, suffering for being a Christian, all right? And we know that a Christian is ultimately a follower of Yahushua Mashiach, man. All right, that's the true Christians are, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with the elect. All right, those are the true followers of Yahushua, man. All right, and the word Christian was a derogatory word, a derogatory term. Salakia, I'm saying that wrong, but the word Christian was a derogatory term, all right, for those that believed upon Yahushua, man. All right, it was a term of reproach. All right, it was basically an insult, all right, towards the men of the Lord, man.
I believe it says, I forget exactly where in Action, say they would call Christians first at Antioch. The Israelites were.
Look, it says so be happy when you're being insulted for being a Christian, man. All right, be happy when and what's today? All right, we're calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, so when you get mocked and ridiculed for, he always doing that Hebrew Israelite shit. He righteous. He's so righteous. being basically mocked at, all right, count that as, all right, suffering for Yahweh, man. Suffering for righteousness' sake, all right? Count that as joy, all right, because you're made partakers of the sufferings of Hamashiach Yahweh.
Con. Verse 15, if you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs.
Right, so if you suffer, don't let it be for wickedness, man. All right, because there's like the brother had made a great point. You you suffering in vain. All that is going to be for naught. You suffer for what? For wickedness' sake? There's no glory in that. No.
Con. There's no reward, man.
Right.
Verse 16, but it is no shame to suffer for being a Christian. Praise the
Right.
Most High for the privilege of being called by his name. And, man, it's a privilege indeed to be called by the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to be, we're called, but Lord willing, we be chosen, man. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting and suffering for righteousness' sake, for our salvation, man. We're trying to seek out our salvation with fear and trembling, as the scriptures say, man.
Right.
This truth is a deadly serious thing, and we see the prophecies popping off around the world, man. We seeing Yahweh Bashem Yahushua visit the earth that he's made, man, with these different events. Man, it's a lot going on right now.
Right.
Verse 17, it says, unless you want to make a point, keep going.
No.
Verse 17, for the time has come for judgment, and it must begin with the Most High's household.
Right. And who is that? All right, the Israelites that know that they Israelites, man, calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. Hey, judgment gonna start there, man. All you Sakari niggas, IUIC niggas,
ISUPK,
niggas, even you even you GMS niggas. That's not right.
God.
Well, even you GMS brothers, even you GMS people out there, man. All right, you GMS brothers that are doing this insincerely. There's going to be a great sifting, man. All right, judgment's going to start at those that know that they're Israelites, man. All right.
God. Continuing on in verse 17, I'll start at 17 at the top again. It says, for the time has come for judgment, and it must begin with the Most High's household. And if judgment begins with us, what terrible fate awaits those who have never obeyed the Most High's good news.
Right. Those that don't even call themselves Hebrew Israelites. All right, niggas, man. All right, those that don't even believe. All right, so how much, if judgment going to start at the house of Israel first, those that they know that they're Israelites. All right, those that, believe, how much more those that don't even believe, man? All right, that's what it's saying here.
God. Verse 18, it says, and also, if the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners?
Right, same thing here.
And ultimately, that you're going to be in that lake of fire.
Right.
That's your judgment.
God.
The ultimate judgment for the 2/3, Continuing on, verse 19. So if you are suffering in a manner that pleases the Most High, keep on doing what is right and trust your lives to the Most High who created you, for he will never fail you.
Beautiful right there, man. That's really, I like how NLT says it, man. All right, so keep suffering in a manner that pleases the Most High, man. Suffering for righteousness' sake, doing what he asks and suffering while doing it. All right, that's what pleases him. All right, keep on doing what's right and trust your lives to the Most High who created you, for he will never fail you, man. All right, the Most High is not a man that he shall lie. All right, he's going to fulfill all his promises that he's going to fulfill all the promises that he promised. All right, those that believe upon him, man, and seek him diligently.
Hey, as it says in Sirach 2:10, he's never going. Who has he ever forsaken for calling upon him?
Yep.
So we're here suffering for the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're suffering for his law, statutes, and commandments, man, and we're calling upon him. He's not going to forsake us.
Correct.
As it said in the last verse here, trust your lives to the Most High, the power who created you, for he will never fail you, man. Calling on, it's not a light thing to just call on when we're praying and calling on the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua every day, man. He's not a man like we are in the flesh who's going to turn his back on his word. It's heavy. You putting your faith and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He's gonna come through every time, So just have faith, He's gonna come through in His time.
Right. Get that Zechariah 13 for
God.
me. All right, this is Zechariah 13:8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein,
in this land that it's talking about is America. This is where the 1/3 and 2/3, as the Apostle always says, the majority of salvation, is going to be over here in America. This is that land where the 1/3 and 2/3, but you 2/3, you're going to be cut off and die. You're suffering for wickedness. And it's all in vain. You're going to have to be purified and born through the loins of the men of the elect in the kingdom. But on this side, you have to be purified through that lake of fire and pay for your own sins, man.
Right.
But keep going.
Right. It says, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
And that's what's going on right now. We're suffering for righteousness' sake right now. And ultimately, when that MOTB come, we're going to suffer then too. Because we're going to be cut off from society.
Right.
We're not going to go against Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. We're not going to let Esau, prick us. We're not going to let him put that digital all upon us. We're going to suffer for righteousness' sake, man. We're going to stand. We're going to stand for our laws, Lord willing.
Lord willing, kind.
As the 7 brothers in the Maccabees, they rather die, or Eleazar, he rather die than to eat that pork,
Kind.
But hey, this is the refining, how B'Shem Yahshua is making us perfect. You put gold through the fire, it gets out all those impurities.
And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
Man, hey, that's another point to make right there. We should call on his name, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh. Right. We have the name, and that's a major part of this ministry, as the apostles always pushed. The name, that's the most important part. You got to know the name. You got to teach the name and continuously push the name, man.
Right. This is prophecy right here. And it says, they shall call on my name, and that's what this is prophecy, right? It's already prophesied that we be calling on one name, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh, Yahweh, and his only begotten son, Yahweh, man. All right, he ain't gonna have no name. He ain't gonna have Jesus or Christ or God or Allah, whatever you call him. The true names are Yahweh Yahweh in the Paleo Hebrew. Simple.
Con. We can get the last precept.
Okay.
Second Ezra 9 is a fire chapter, man. It's a good read. Read all of it, and it's I still want to get the point, and before we go to verse 20.
Okay.
Con. I'm gonna go up to verse 15. I want to read verse 15 and 16 and make a point, because just how I said in Zechariah 13 and 8, 2/3 are going to be cut off and die here, and that is a great number, put in percentages, brother. 66.67%. That's the 2/3 compared to the 1/3, which is 33.3%. Hey, that's a huge number. And when we bring out the second Ezra 9, and can you get it? And I'm gonna get
verse
it on
15.
Here. Verse, come 15 and 16.
Okay.
Let me go to it here. All right.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra 9, verse 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
That's it. That's the point I want to make right there. Like, hey, that's heavy. It says, like a wave is greater than a drop. Man, so Lord willing, we be that number and be chosen to get up out of here. But hey, the elect is going to do the works, to be saved up out here. The elect is not going to be just sitting at home all day. You're not showing their faith through their works, man.
Yep.
So, who else is out here doing the work? Like GMS and our affiliates, out in season, out of season, out there on the highways and byways, pushing this word, and not for, filthy lucre's sake, We're not, no gimmicks or nothing. This is purely sincere.
Right. We don't have our fancy intros when we do our videos. We just get straight to the point. All right, we just teach the truth. We teach the scriptures.
But yeah, let's end it out. 2nd Ezra 9 and 20 through 22.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it.
This is during the time of Jacob's trouble. This is the 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, is going to the time of the end. But go ahead.
Verse 21, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people.
And you know, who was that grape and who was that plant? That's the elect that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has kept. You know, a remnant of Israel. Keep going.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Man, the you 2/3. You know, Lord willing, we be of the elect. But you 2/3 out there, you're born in vain. Most I say, let the multitude perish. The multitude perish that was born in vain. Hey, a multitude of Israelites are going to perish, you know, in that lake of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Come, you can finish it out.
Kind it says, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Perfect. The Most High has made us perfect. How? You know, through the different trials and tribulations we're going through right now. He's refining us to make us as that perfect gold, you know?
Right. Hey, the scriptures just say, he that has suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. All right, so the trials and tribulations and the suffering that we go through, all right, is a purification process to make us clean, man, and holy. All right, before you decide of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know.
Kind, you know, that was really it. You know, we ought to be suffering for righteousness' sake. You know, not wanting to dwell in sin for a season. You know, roughly quoting that scripture.
Right, just like Moses did. You know, he talks about that in Hebrews the 1st chapter. Breaks that down, but we don't got to go to it.
Kind, hey, suffer for righteousness and not wickedness. But
right.
with that, if y'all want to make no other points,
that's it.
Hey, well, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and to the point we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem,
Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as double honor to their elders. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, pushing his word without truth and sincerity, as well as peace and blessings to all the believers of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.